Welcome back to what Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Grille. It's a tier 5 German SPG and it's located on the east spawn of Paris, and this one is under the command of General Disturbance. Yes, it's another of my replays. Oh dear, not again. Yep, you can see I've got a 2-marked Grille. Still trying to get up to 3 marks. I will get there eventually, won't be long. I'm actually fairly close to getting it, but if you don't mind. But we're on Paris, so let's have a see exactly what I do in this battle. 15cm howitzer on the Marder carriage, which is actually also the same carriage for the Panzer 38T, the Hetzer, and numerous other tanks. And I've gone into the firing position, and I'm now aiming for the bridge. Now, some people go off up into the field and they'll shoot across the field at the other Arty and the other tanks in there, but I've actually learnt with the short range Arty it sometimes actually helps to fire at the bridge area and try and take out the enemy tanks that are confronting our team. And not many tanks have actually gone down towards the bridge. In fact, only 2 have, a Panzer 4H and a T-3485, and it looks like they're having second thoughts about going any further down. Maybe they're just testing that corner. Well, I'm aiming at that corner, and I've changed the switch because the T-34, a Type T-34, the Chinese Type 5 medium, or Tier 5 medium, has been spotted at the other end of the map, and I'm dialing in on him. Almost ready to shoot. Ready to go. Rounds out. Well, it looks like he moved. Well, there's a 3601H there, German Tier 6 Heavy, but I can't hit him. Now I'm looking down at the bridge again. Only one tank has gone further on. It's a Panzer 4H. And we can't see anyone. And I think that Panzer 4H is poking around the corner, so you should be able to see somebody by now. And we've got some heavies on the way there now. KV-1 and the BDR are headed that way. And the Panzer 4H is moving closer to the bridge. So I'm having a quick look. Oh, there's an enemy. T-3485M rounds out. And 147 hit points. And I've stunned him. And there's a T-29. Okay, I've got a 19.8 second reload on this Arty. Quite a long reload. But it is tier 5. Trying to line him up for a shot. Rounds out. Trying for his engine deck. And I get it! 164 hit points, and the T-29's pulling back. He knows he's been licked there. Right, we've got a T-3485. Now, that's the same one I hit earlier, I think. And I'm indicating him as my next target, and our heavies are engaging them now. So that's stopping them moving any further. And if they stay where they are, I can get hits on them. And I get 148 hit points off that one. T-34 was tracked and spun to one side. And he's done his tracks up, and he's moved back out of firing position. We've got a KV-1. I've just got the barest edge of his corner, but he's pushing forwards, rounds out, and I get a hit, splash hit, 34 hit points. And the AT-1 is actually using the wreck of the Panzer 4H, I think, to move forward. But I'm going to go for the KV-1 because he's now down to 9 hit points. I'm a couple of seconds away from firing, and the KV-1's taken out. And there's the T-29, rounds out, and it's a kill shot, 148, got it into his engine bay. So 2 shots into the engine bay. He must be very unhappy. Right, we've got an AT-2. In fact, we've got 2 AT-2s. One's pushing the wreck, and the other one's sitting back behind the wreck. But I'm going to go for the one at the back. Rounds out, direct hit, 52 hit points. Now I'm going to have a go at the other one. No, he's too far forward, but he's been killed. He was taken out by the BDR. Still going for that AT-2. He's just adjusting his position behind the wreck. Trying to avoid my Arty fire, I should think, but bit of a bad move there because that's a direct hit. 188 hit points this time. I think he's now regretting his move behind that tank. He's pulling back, but not very far. I think he's just trying to adjust it so he can shoot at the Tiger P. Rounds out again. Another direct hit. 116 hit points this time. Now the AT-2 must move back. If he doesn't move back, he is going to get wiped out with the next shot. And he must know that. Nobody's staying there. It's very stubborn. We're almost reloaded. Rounds out. And that's a kill shot. 94 hit points. He's out the game. That's my second kill of the game. We've got an SU-100M. I'm indicating him, but he's pulled back behind the corner, so I can't hit him now. He's in the lee of that bridge, that corner of that bridge. But my team are now moving forward. The BDR's going after the SU-100. He'll probably get shot the moment he goes around the corner. And he is. 219 hit points. But that SU-100 is now facing a Tiger P and a BDR. And he's already lost some hit points. Got an M4 near the enemy cap. And he's taken out and killed by our SU-100. Now, got an E25 in the field. So I'm shooting over the buildings. Indicated my target. Lost sight of the E25. But I think he might be in that corner. No, he's there. So we're following him. Working out where he's going to go. Round out. And I splash him for 64 hit points. So we're still racking up the damage. I've marked him as my target. I've got a Type 64 moving up. Now hopefully if I can stun him, the Type 64 will go around the corner and kill him. Okay, rounds out. And I've stunned him again for 60 hit points this time. Type 64 is going round. He's taken a hit. Oh, but the E25 managed to get a hit into the Type 64 and he takes him out. E25 is then killed by our Hellcat. No, by our SU-100. We've got a Hellcat at the back of the map. And I'm loading as quickly as I can, indicating the Hellcat is my target. Rounds out. Can I get a hit? Yes! 179 from Splash. If I got that round into the cockpit, the Hellcat would have been wiped out. There are only two enemies left. A Stug 3G and a Grille. And we haven't seen the Grille yet. But the Stug is headed up towards his own cap area. And I think he's trying to... Oh, he's just taken out our BDR. Ouch. And I haven't got a shot on him. I fired where I thought he was going to go and it actually hit the building. And he's just got the second. He got the Tiger P. Oh dear, now it's 3 versus 2. This Stug is being very, very difficult indeed. And so long as he stays in the lee of that building, I can't hit him. I'd have to move in order to try and hit him. I'm trying to work out where he's going to go. Oh, there he is. Okay, he's moving towards the centre. The Wolverine's there. And the Wolverine wipes him out. So now I can go. I'm headed off towards the enemy cap. I think the Stug 4 is hunting for the Grille. He's off in the field and he's found the Grille. And I'm not in a position to fire, so I'm going to have to get closer. As usual, I'm driving along with my gun raised in the air, so I can't cause damage to my teammates if the gun accidentally goes off. It'll just shoot straight outside the map, and it looks like the Grille is putting up quite a fight against the Stug. And I'm trying to get up onto the centre line. Can I get a shot at the Grille? Okay, I'm aiming. Lining him up. Still dialing in. Fire a snapshot in. Oh, no, it doesn't work. The shell lands to one side, but the Grille is toast. Wolverine gets the kill. And that's the end of the game. So there's only 3 of us left alive at the end of that battle. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's an ace tanker for general disturbance in the Grille. I managed to get a bruiser medal as well. 5 critical hits. I got 15 on that battle. But no other medals, unfortunately. I did get a win rate of 3,846. And it just goes to show you can actually force the enemy back. I mean, they actually had a whole load of tanks against just 3 tanks defending that corner. Firstly, it was a Panzer IV and a T-34-85 went down there, but the Panzer IV was wiped out. And then the KV-1 turned up and the Tiger P turned up, and a little later the BDR. But even though there was large numbers of enemy trying to come across that corner, because I kept loading shells in there, one after the other, bang, bang, bang against the enemy, it actually forced the enemy back, and eventually they were all wiped out and we were able to get to the enemy cap area. But certainly that Stug was a real problem at the end because I couldn't hit him from my position. I needed to reposition, but I thought that if I did reposition, then maybe I'd actually come across the Stug face to face. And I didn't really want to do that at this stage of the battle because that Stug looked like he was after anything he could get in his sights. Luckily, the Wolverine was able to get him in the end. So let's have a look at the team scores, see where we did. Well, I didn't get the highest damage in the battle. That went to the SU-100M1. He managed to get 2,046 hit points of damage. I managed 1,400, and the BDR 1347, the Tiger P 1214. We all managed 2 apiece, 2 kills apiece, apart from the Type 64 and the Tiger P. They managed to get 3 kills. And when it came to base XP, I was the highest with 972. And the real reason for that, obviously, is I was tier 5 and I was firing at tier 6 opponents. So I was obviously earning more XP with every shot that I fired. Now, I managed to fire 15 rounds during that battle. I got 7 direct hits, 7 penetration, 8 splash. Damage of 1,400 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. I damaged 7 of the enemy but killed 2 of them. Did damage assistance of 407 hit points and stun assistance of 807 hit points off 13 stuns. On a premium count, I earned 42,467 credits, and ammunition's fairly cheap. 7,575 means that I took away 34,892 credits. I don't use premium consumables on the Arty below tier 5 because there's no point, or tier 5 or below. Only tier 6 and above. So I actually made a profit on the battle. I received 1,458 XP, times 2 for the first victory of the day, and I had a personal reserves bonus going for 100%, so I took away 4,374 XP altogether. And I can tell you I was a little bit closer to getting my 3rd mark. Not much, because at this level, if you want to get that 3rd mark, you really have to work hard with the Grille, because it is a popular Arty. A lot of people like it, they play it well. And therefore, if you want to get a higher mark, you have to really work hard. And preferably get tier 7 games and do a lot of damage in them. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel. And hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.